On this edition of Springdale Today, we're back with a dive into living with dyslexia.
Looking into the dental van at Lee Elementary.
And the winning piece from Ozark Media Festival coming from Har-Ber High School.
All of this coming up.
Hello, my name is Jamie Barroso.
And my name is Alex Escobar. And you're watching Springdale Today.
Welcome to Springdale Today.
We're back with the lineup just for you. Alex, what do we have?
I'm glad you asked, Jamie. You know, it's been a while since I've seen people's faces, more specifically their smiles.
Thinking about it, you're right. It's been a while. What do teeth even look like anymore?
They look good for sure, considering there's a dental van at Lee Elementary that makes sure every family has polished smiles.
That sounds so cool.
It is. Springdale Today was able to go inside and fill everyone in on what's going on. You get it? Fill in like a filling.
Yeah, and I'm dying to see.
Alrighty then, let's get to it.
The Ronald McDonald dental truck or dental van provides free dental services for students at Lee. They've done so for probably over 10 years, and they're just a charitable opportunity that provides dental services for our students. It's very beneficial. The kids, the families that access this wouldn't normally have the opportunity to access this level of health care, dental care. And so we've seen a lot of opportunities come on board for our kids to just provide a healthier outlook. It helps with smiles, and it really helps us provide whole child services to our kids and help support our families.
It is a part of Arkansas Children's Hospital, and they do see students in our district, and they see people who either have no dental insurance or they can have Medicaid, but if they have nothing, then they will see them free of charge, and we have a lot of students who take advantage of that.
My personal role on this truck is I'm the RDA, which is just a registered dental assistant with CDL. So I actually drive the truck to and from our locations around the Tri-City area for us here in this part of the state. I do clinical dental assisting, and I do a lot of the qualifications for the children for our program, as well as all of the mechanical inclinated stuff on the truck and driving it. We really try to hit all different types of the school-based, but also the community by, leaving our brochures in grocery stores or places where people congregate, like the Jones Center, and that kind of it's like a word of mouth for our community. That's what we figured out, especially that people talk, and so they realize that there's something going on. They see the truck coming down the street, they'll talk about it. So word of mouth's a big thing for us. Really, it's a whole system. And when everyone's in it together, that's when everyone wins. The patients win, families win, everyone's taken care of, and we're happy, It gives us a lot of joy to be able to help some of these people that may not have really any resource, and, let them know that we're here for them and supporting them 100% of the way.
Alex, isn't that great?
It sure is. It makes me wonder if I should cut back on those sugary foods I've been eating the past week.
I'll say so. I don't want to end up getting a tooth pulled. It's probably better to just eat something healthier like an apple.
Speaking of healthy foods, there's a food pantry from Sonora Middle School from their very own students.
Really?
Of course, it's been there to provide meals to families that are in need of assistance.
That sounds so helpful. Can we hear more?
Actually, the Springdale Today team digs deeper into this event.
My name is Brittany Gunn, and I teach science and social studies at Sonora Middle School. This project actually started as a Genius Hour project. We started doing Genius Hour for our project-based learning time, and these girls just came to me with this idea, and I loved it and said, we'll roll with it. these two pantries that we're filling today are two of our the neighborhoods with a large portion of our student population that live there. And we started the pantries during AMI when everything first started, because we knew a lot of our students were going to be home without supervision, and we wanted to make sure that they had food to eat. And so we started filling these little pantries for the kids to be able to come and take food, and then we kind of just kept it going.
This project is really important because we're helping feed lots of people, and at times like these, having food is really important. It makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like a good person, and it's really great knowing that I'm helping people out there.
This project is important because we love helping people, and we want to make sure they get fed.
Yeah, I had one day I pulled up and there was a girl playing on the swing set, and she said, "Finally, we're not going to be hungry anymore." And I mean, it just broke my heart. I thought, oh my gosh, I want to come here every day.
It makes me happy that there are plenty of people who are willing to help people in times like these.
Jamie, I hate to break up the moment, but we have to take a break for our sponsors.
Okay, stay tuned and we'll be right back.
On the counter, find a hole, Garrett inside the 5, touchdown Springdale. Shot good! Wide open Trey Smith, touchdown Har-Ber Wildcats!
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mcclartydaniel.com.
The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
Talking on the subject of kindness, there was a talk at Tyson Elementary that was centered around being kind.
It's been a while since I've read a good book.
Well, now you'll get a chance to hear about some good ones.
Sounds good to me.
Good morning, boys and girls. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the books we have in the library that illustrate our character trait of kindness. There are lots of books that show the trait of kindness, and you've probably read some different than these, because if you look really hard, you can find a little kindness in lots of stories and in lots of places around you. Kindness means being friendly, generous, considerate of other people. Open your eyes, pay attention. You may see someone around you that give you the chance to be kind. For example, in this story, Extra Yarn, this little girl finds a way to make a sweater for everyone she comes in contact with. Some of them are people, some of them are animals, and some are even trees. She's kind to everyone she comes in contact with. Maybe you might have a chance to help a friend who isn't feeling very well, like this story, A Sick Day for Amos Mcgee. Amos takes great care of the animals at the zoo. But one day, when he's not feeling very well, he doesn't go to work, and the animals decide they better go check on Amos to find out what's wrong. Maybe an act of kindness could be helping someone in your own family. In this story, A Chair for My Mother, this little girl is working really hard to save up money to buy her mother a big, comfy chair because theirs burned in a fire. They've saved lots of money in the jar, and finally, well, have to read the book to see if they get a chair for Mother. Maybe you might have a lesson. Remember that stories can have morals or lessons. Like in Aesop's fables, there's a particular favorite fable I have, The Lion and the Mouse. And that story tells us that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And the little mouse definitely gets a chance to help someone bigger than him. Sometimes, if we're not paying attention, or if we're not thinking about others, we get busy and sometimes we don't think about others, we might miss a chance to do an act of kindness. In this story, Each Kindness, Chloe learns a very valuable lesson that sometimes you miss your chance to be kind. In this story, A Whale, The Boy and the Whale, we read this book last year on our Arkansas Diamond Award list, and we read that this little boy, all by himself, saved a whale that was trapped in fishing net, even though it was kind of a dangerous and scary thing to do. We might have to step out of our comfort zone just a little bit to do an act of kindness for someone around us. In this story, The Invisible Boy, we find out that sometimes kids might feel invisible, or they might think nobody's noticing them. Maybe nobody's asked them to play with them, or maybe nobody invited them to their birthday party. In this story, Brian feels a little bit invisible. Then he gets a chance to help a new boy who comes to school so that he will not feel invisible, and he makes a new friend. Maybe you can look for a special way to include someone today. That's definitely an act of kindness. This story is brand new to the library. It's one of my favorites. It doesn't have a lot of words, but it's a great story. It's called Bear Needs Help. Now you might think, what would a bear need help with? They're big, they're strong. Well, maybe Bear doesn't know how to tie his shoes. Or maybe there's a surprise ending at the end of this book. Finally, of course, everybody knows the story of Horton Hears a Who. And in that story, we know a person's a person, no matter how small. An act of kindness is important, whether it's a big act or a small act. At the end of January, we're going to be celebrating the Great Kindness Challenge, and we're going to look for ways that we can show kindness to other people all the way between now and the end of January.
Wow, some of those books really take me back.
Really? I only recognized one, but that being said, I never really enjoyed reading as a kid.
Why not?
Well, Jamie, I have dyslexia, and it makes reading a lot harder than it usually is.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Actually, I was able to work on a story last year, before the pandemic, of course, about dyslexia and what it's like living with it.
That's so interesting.
Now that I think about it, this would be the perfect time to showcase this story.
I agree.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but I was watching Disney Channel and that Bella Thorne, this is the time I found out I was dyslexic. Like that commercial came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. In 7th grade, I was tested, and that's when I figured out I had dyslexia.
I know that a lot of people go through what I'm going through, and a lot of the symptoms of dyslexia can happen just from stress and lack of sleep. But it gives you a different perspective on life.
My name is Mackenzie Kilmer, and I am an 11th grader. My dyslexia used to make me feel self-conscious, but lately I've learned to overcome those challenges and kind of find my self-worth in other things and not really through my reading or writing.
I've read some stuff about it, just, help work with her, because sometimes she gets frustrated about things, and I don't want her to get frustrated.
30 million people in the United States, adults and children, have dyslexia, and that's pretty epidemic proportions when you think about it.
She was talking about a word that we had done in class the week before, and I was like, she was like, well, this was the word, and I was like, no, that wasn't the word, and she's like, yes, it was. And she was telling me, this is what it was. And I was like, no, that's not what I saw. It's not what you're talking about. And so we got a piece of paper out, and she literally figured out in that moment that what she was talking about was not what I was seeing, and I had no idea what she was talking about on the board all the time.
Well, most people think it's just the reversal of letters, but that's not true. There's all kinds of other different kinds of afflictions that people have.
I have developmental dyslexia, but it's also partnered with directional and dyscalculia, with a little bit of attentional dyslexia kind of thrown in there. But a lot of these can kind of compress into each other.
A lot of my dyslexia is like the words will be here and they'll kind of slump down. And so if you ever see me reading, I kind of like tilt my head to the side so that it's all straight. Also, my sentences like cross over and become one. So a lot of the times if I'm reading one sentence, I end up finishing it up with a different sentence. So it makes no sense, but that's how I read it.
And these people will excel at everything except for reading and writing. That's where they're challenged. And so lots of times you find them going into the arts, or you find them going into architectural or interior design and things like that, because they can see things better three-dimensionally than most normal people can.
My favorite subject in school has to be the arts, arts of any kind. I love doing them.
So there's no cure. One thing I want to do is to raise the awareness so that teachers and parents will get their child tested, and then when we find out what exactly their particular challenge is, we can give them the kind of resources and different kinds of intervention strategies that can help them be more successful.
It's not as challenging as it used to be.
Don't give up, and don't let this define you, because you're not a test score and you're not what your English paper score was. You're way more than that.
I knew that dyslexia was an issue, but I never realized how much it really does affect people. This was a really good, interesting experience.
I can back you up on that, actually.
On a serious note, I'm feeling really stressed with school right now.
Honestly, same, but you know what's helping me?
What, the Connections Corner?
How did you know?
Well, I just started watching them.
We can't just keep this secret between us, you know? I think everyone watching should be watching as well.
I mean, we could, but it sounds good to me.
Disclaimer, some of these clips were filmed last year before COVID-19, so we may not be wearing a mask, but this year we're always wearing a mask to stay safe.
Welcome to Connection Corner. I'm Miss Lindsay, your school social worker.
And I'm Miss Kilpatrick, your school counselor.
And today we're going to talk about
calming corners. You may be wondering, what is a calming corner? A calming corner is somewhere you can go when you're feeling big feelings. This is a calming corner we have in the counseling center. Yours in your classroom might look different, but no matter where you are, a calming corner is a safe place you can go to calm your body and take some deep breaths.
a way to know that it's probably time to take a break and you should use your calming corner is from what your body's telling you. You might start to feel kind of hot or even get sweaty hands. Your heart might start beating a little faster. You might start breathing faster. You could get butterflies in your tummy, or just keep thinking about the same thing over and over again. These are all signs from your body that it's time to take a break.
That's what you feel like when you need a break, but this may be what you feel like when you're ready to rejoin the class. Your heart rate may be slower, your breathing may have slowed down, your shoulders and your muscles may be heavy and not as tense. You may not have those butterflies in your stomach anymore. And if you were feeling hot before, you may have started to cool down. When you need to use your class calming corner, there are so many ways that you can ask. Your teacher may have a way that they want you to ask, but you can always raise your hand and say, "May I use the calming corner?" or "I really need to take a break." But your teacher may have ways like hand signals or cards or any other way to ask to use the calming corner. The most important thing is that you and your teacher both know.
Once your teacher knows that you're going to be using your calming corner, you want to walk over to the calming corner, take a seat, start your timer, and then use some of the tools that your teacher has to help you calm.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about how to respectfully use the calming corner in a way that helps to calm your body while also letting the rest of your classmates stay on task. Just like with everything else, when you're using the calming corner, we want to make sure that you're safe. Our job here is to keep you safe, and your job is to help us keep you safe. So what can you do to help?
We'll use the calming corner one person at a time. You'll always let your teacher know when it is that you need to take a break to use the calming corner. Also, you use the calming corner when your body needs a break. And whenever you're feeling calm, you'll rejoin the class.
You will be respectful in the calming corner by having gentle hands, following directions, putting items back either where you found them or in a used bin, depending on what your teacher has instructed. You will also rejoin the class when you have a calm body and a calm mind. That way, if there's other people in your class that need to use the calming corner, you're being respectful to them as well. We also keep others safe by respecting their space. And the best way that we can keep them safe when they're using the calming corner is by wishing them well, staying on task, and letting them stay on their task.
When you're using the calming corner and your timer runs out, it's time for you to listen to your body and figure out if you're calm and ready to rejoin the class, or if you're not quite there yet, you need to flip your timer, use the tools, and then once your body is calm, rejoin the class and get back to the task you were working on.
We know that part of keeping you safe is giving you a safe space to feel all of your feelings. We want you to use your calming corner whenever you need it. Remember that everyone has hard moments, even us.
Next week, we're going to show you some of the adults here at Elmdale that will help keep you safe.
Until then, we all have the power to connect.
Those videos are really helpful.
I agree. It's really important to know that school counselors provide many resources for students.
That makes me think about a short film that I saw.
Which one is it?
I think it came from Har-Ber High School. I remember watching it during the Ozark Media Festival. I'm pretty sure it won first place.
I don't really recall watching it. Maybe this would be the great chance to see it.
That'd be a good idea.
So I just got back. A lot of people showed up, which is good, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like you're really gone.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, well.
Hey, is everything okay? You weren't responding.
Yeah, I was looking at pictures of Mom and I.
Oh, okay. Listen, I'm sorry about your mom, Sam.
You and everybody else. I'm sick of hearing it. Doesn't change anything.
I'm not trying to say everything's
She's gone, Zach. She's dead.
One day, everything was fine, and we were looking at prom dresses, and then the next, she's diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma, and I'm having to find a dress for her funeral. I'm sorry it doesn't bring her back.
You're right, okay? The world sucks and crappy things happen that we can't explain, but she's not gone, Sam. She's always gonna be there.
I can't just move on with my life tomorrow. She left me. All alone.
No one's saying you have to be fine today.
I have to go. I have a lot of homework.
Sam, wait.
I just don't get it. Why did you have to leave?
My precious daughter, I don't have much time. I know that today hasn't been easy, and I hate that I couldn't hold your hand through it. I've watched you grow up right before my eyes, from taking your first breath to meeting your first love, and I wouldn't trade a moment of it because the whole time I got to love you and help you become the woman you are today. I'm not a mom because I gave birth to you. I'm a mom because you loved me. I hate that I won't be there to see you graduate or walk down the aisle, but I'll always be watching in on you. You are my complete happiness, Sam. Now go find yours. Love, Mom.
Yeah, I think I will be.
That film really did knock me into the heart. It was truly deserving of the first place they received.
I couldn't agree more. A little bit of kindness can really make a difference. Alex, it's that time again. We're gonna take a short break for our sponsors.
And we'll be right back.
Someday I hope to be a fashion designer.
Someday I hope to be a basketball player.
Someday I hope to be a doctor for kids. I also have seven school board members. I have 7 school board members.
Working
Working to ensure my success. Thank you. We thank you for believing in us.
We thank you
for believing in us.
The Springdale Public Schools are now offering district properties for sale. For a list of these properties, please visit the Springdale Schools Property Sales Information website page. You can click on properties to see more information on each lot. There's also a document to find out more information on how to bid. You can also watch the Watch Live button to view the live stream of the auction on these properties on February 3rd on 2 p.m.
Lewis & Clark Outfitters is offering to NWA educators and school employees a promo code by January 31st for a 10% discount on limited bicycles. The deal is only through January 31st or while supplies last. You can choose a bike through their website, which gives you an overview of different types of cycling, bike, and site charts. And of course, you are welcome to come into the store to help you select the right bike and order online. The offer is good for Springdale Public School employees and any member of their household. You can visit the Lewis & Clark website for more information.
Speaking of special offers to Springdale District employees, HotWorks is offering a $10 off on your monthly membership, and you can join now for only $5. HotWorks offers hot yoga, hot Pilates, hot cycle, and much, much more more hot stuff. You must use Springdale School District email or show proof of employment, and it's only valid at Har-Ber Springdale location until February 28th, 2021. If you would like more information on this offer, please visit hotwords.net/studio/Springdale Har-Ber, or you can call to schedule at 479-318-2584.
Stick around for the next video where we showcase a brand new piece of virtual reality technology that a school received a $10,000 grant for.
And also, a package on why tornado and fire drills are essential to student safety. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them, so it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
Experience everything Springdale has to offer. Visit ExploreSpringdale.com or download the new Explore Springdale app. It's the best place to discover all there is to do and see in Springdale. We'll help you explore our many eateries and attractions and introduce you to our shopping, arts, parks, and trails. You'll also find links to our great hotels and meeting venues. Download the new Explore Springdale app or visit ExploreSpringdale.com to begin your Springdale adventure.